Alright, this is a amazing guitar. What happened earlier was these were not locked down. They kind of were moving side to side. I tightened these down and the sound got like 10 times louder. So these saddles making contact with that top plate, if these Allen set screws are not torqued down, your volume is not even close to being as awesome as it could be. I don't really know this bridge. I've never used it before, but I just figured this out. So it sounds way better now than it did, and it still sounded good before. But I mean, now I'll show you that in a minute. But you know, so I had this on YouTube, and guys were giving me crap about it. They're saying you're selling this for a bunch of money and it has no pickups in it. It gets these pickups. This is the deal. It gets these boys. And here, these Gibson minis. It's hard to get them in there. There you go. And then it gets these. It's nice and tight, huh? And it gets these boys. Of course, I can't get them in there with the strings on so good. It's a little difficult. But you get the general idea here. It goes on like this. I got the cord hanging out of here, so it won't go on. But basically, once the cord's in there, that's how it goes. So nice. It's got a little bit of scratches from the picking it a little bit. That's gonna sand right off. Before I put the finish on there. If you're an aggressive player, you know. But this is Cocobolo. It's really hard, and that'll just buff right out. Those marks will buff right out of there. No problem. See, look, I can almost do them with my finger and get rid of them. Look at that. So, but anyway. So I got Cocobolo rings. Somebody said, why didn't you make it out of Palfero? I was like, oh, well. I made it out of swamp ash, which is the body's made out of, and then I made it out of Cocobolo. But I suppose I coulda, shoulda, woulda made them out of Palfero. Now that I think about it. Why not, right? It's okay. I think it looks good. So I've got these old embossed 1972 pickups, and then of course this pickup is an old ES335. It's an old 1969. I got a set of those from a guy in 1972. He changed his pickups to DiMarzio's, and Jim Cunningham, my buddy, got those for me. So I'm like 700 in pickups in this guitar. And then I paid Dave Hazel to do this beautiful inlay. As you can see, Lucky Dice on fret 12, poker suits. It's got a titanium truss rod. This is a solid slab neck. As you can see here, beautiful, nice tilt back head. And I mean, it's just gorgeous. And the neck goes all the way through. And the bridge attaches to it. I also epoxied on a brass trim block from a Floyd Rose on the back of that steel block to give it even more mass. And it's just such a nice neck, man. And the swamp ash, it's semi-hollow in there. It's completely hollow all throughout. It's chambered. And it's got a nice, beautiful F-hole here. You can see the F-hole on this side. It's really nice. And it's nice and loud. And I like the Wilkinson. Look, this thing stays right in tune. Stays right in tune. It's pretty cool, huh? So let's play some licks on it, so you can get an idea. If you can tell without it being plugged in what's going on with this guitar. Pretty cool, huh? It's pretty loud now that these saddles have been tightened down. It wasn't this loud before. These little saddles here, these Allen set screws, I tightened them down, and it really It really helped it. I'm loving it, so. The feet have little tracks they sit in, but these things will shift around. I mean, they won't now. I've got them locked down tight, but it's pretty cool, man. So I'm a fan of this bridge. Stays right in 10. It's pretty much just a down. I guess you could set it up so it floated, you know. I don't like it floating. I like it flat. I love the stability. If I break a string, boom, it doesn't change any tuning, no pitching. You know, this is like a Van Halen 1 type tremolo. It only goes down. It doesn't go up. I like that for a Strat style guitar. And the mini humbuckers and the full size, all these old vintage Gibsons are going to sound so sweet in this guitar. I'll get those wired in a week from now. Before I put a finish on, I'll make another video.